ND filters. Do you need them? What do they do? And should you buy some for your Osmo Pocket 3? Today we're going to delve into a topic that could possibly take your footage to the next level. So before we get into the do you need them part of this video, let's first talk about what they do. So the cliche explanation has always been that ND filters are like sunglasses for your camera lens, and to a degree this is true, but what ND filters really do is they allow you to put your camera into pro mode so that you can manually choose the correct exposure settings for the specific scene that you are filming. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Santo Domingo. We got blue skies, clear water. Just a perfect day to test out my new ND/PL filters from Tiffen. In this video, I'm not going to get into the details about the best exposure settings, but what I will do is I will link a video in the description. Joe at the Film Alliance has a video where he explains everything you need to know about using the exposure triangle to set your shutter speed, your ISO, and your aperture. Now, because the Osmo Pocket 3 has a fixed aperture of f2, the only reason you would need an ND filter for the Pocket 3 is to slow down your shutter speed, allowing you to achieve that, dare I say, cinematic motion blur in your footage, even in bright conditions like this. Now, choosing the correct filter completely depends on your shooting environment, and a filter pack like this one can cover you in any lighting conditions, so just experiment with them. This filter kit comes with the ND8, ND16 and ND32, and it doubles up as a polarizer. Now, you might still be wondering why use ND filters on such a small, compact camera. Now, what these ND filters do is they reduce overexposure, they give you more color saturation, and just an overall more professional touch to your footage. Especially the fact that this little filter doubles up as a polarizer, it just gives you that extra contrast in your footage. Okay, so now that we've got the motion blur out the way, there's one last thing I just want to check, and that is adjusting the polarizer. So we got a lot of reflection now, and then if we turn it, the more we turn it, there we go. Let me see if I draw a block around me. There we go. Now we have tracking mode on. Boom. Tracking me. Cutting the reflection as best as we could. It does look like it kind of focuses more on the center of the lens, but this is good enough. So experiment, explore, adjust them, and see what fits the specific scene that you are filming. But if you look at that, this is super impressive, cutting most of the glare, most of the reflection, and you are getting a clear view of my face. ND filters for your Osmo Pocket 3. Honestly, you don't really need ND filters. I mean, if you are anything like me and you do like to play with different shutter speeds and you do want to get some creative shots, then by all means get some ND filters. This particular ND filter kit by Tiffen comes in a 8, a 16 and a 32, and I do feel that you can do with an ND 64. I have been cranking my shutter up a little bit to 1/120th of a second, and I do find that you do get some acceptable motion blur. How's this blowhole over here? The spot where I'm at now is super cool. Check it out. You don't really need ND filters, but it is nice to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. All right guys, so I will link these filters in the description below. Pick them up if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Shandies.